So why are you considering removing the mask mandate or recommending to remove the mask mandate when only half of Quebecers have a third dose? And you've mentioned that the risk of reinfection is higher than we originally thought. And there's also a potential seventh wave in the fall.
Dr. Alontin will answer to your question.
Well, this is, again, a very good question. The decision for the mask mandate actually is risk management. And the risk here is towards hospitalization in severe disease. And this is where vaccination actually comes into the thought process. Vaccination itself, even though we can have reinfection after 2 months, these reinfection rarely bring us to the hospital. Vaccination is very good to protect against severe disease. So we are at this crossroad where we have to choose between going back and living with the virus, yet knowing that some people will get the infection. The goal here is really to minimize those that will get severe infection and hospitalization and may die from it. So this is a balance, and this is why the mask mandate will most likely go into different phases and keep for long-term care facilities, hospitals, and public transport to try to minimize this risk, and then obviously follow up. The virus is also most likely seasonal. So we have a seasonal effect that we're not really aware of its full scope. So we have the summer, and obviously in the fall, this is something that we'll be keeping a close eye on it.
So is there a possibility of bringing the mask mandate back in the fall if we see that there is this seventh wave that is taking over?
I'll leave this to Dr. Boileau to answer.
No, answer it, please. No, just teasing you.
Don't fight over my question.
No. No, with this ongoing process to be release of the emergency situation management of COVID in the province of Quebec, if we would wish to bring back as mandatory the mask during another phase of COVID, we would have to argue it with the government, and they will have to deal with the parliament for that, because those measures would not be simply bring back if there's not an emergency situation that will support it. But with that, we essentially do not know what's going to happen in the future. Will there be another variant that will be very dangerous, that will be worse than the one that we're experiencing right now? We simply do not know. So there is always this law, this public health law, that allow us to bring the emergency situation on the table, but this is not what we expect, and this is not what we want. We're coming out of this pandemic situation. We have released all the measures so far, except the mask, as you just said earlier. So we do not wish to come back with that as mandatory. We strongly suggested as a recommendation that the people could evaluate their own risk and see if they wish to take some personal measure for that, which is the case for most of the persons right now. You have observed that during the sixth wave, we haven't closed the schools, the restaurants, and everything. Those measures were taken before, and there were reasons for that. But for the sixth wave, they haven't. We only kept the mask, and I'm quite confident that at the middle of May, if the government will agree to release that measure, that a lot of people will still continue to wear it because of their own situation and how they appraise the risk. So, and this is respectful. I mean, we have to respect that, and that's okay.